Hello everyone, welcome to the mid-season report for the 2021 Formula 1 season. Just thought I would do this video and kind of give my perspective on who I think has been the best performing drivers, the best race that we've had, and also the best teams, the worst teams, and my overall thoughts on the first half of this season. So starting off, we have my race of the year. Now this was a tough one. We've had races like Bahrain straight off the bat. That was an incredible race. I didn't expect such a good race for the first one of the season. Then we had Imola, which was a dramatic race. Then we had the most crazy race in Baku. But the race that gets it for me, it isn't Silverstone, because I'm not going down that rabbit hole. No way. It is the race that we just had. It is the Hungarian Grand Prix. It wins the race of the season so far. It was a just chaotic race. We had the start incident with Bottas, the Red Bulls, Lando Norris, Lewis Hamilton starting on the grid by himself, Esteban Ocon winning the race. Just one of those races that you'll always remember in terms of it was just a Spa 98 sort of feel to it. It had the Monza 2020 feel, just the unpredictability that makes F1 just incredible to watch. And yeah, that gets my race of the season so far. And I hope that we have a race in the second part of the season that is just as good, if not better. So yeah, that wins that. Then we get to my team of the year so far. So it was a tough one. I was floating between the obvious, you say Mercedes, Red Bull. Red Bull have probably been the most improved, I'd say. They've really, at times, I do think they do have the best car this year, but with Mercedes upgrades that they've brought in recent rounds, it's leveled it out. So I didn't think that it was fair to give the obvious this one my team of the year. And I know it might be controversial to some, but I think I'm going to give it to Ferrari. It's for this point of the season to be tied in third place with McLaren, who are effectively staying where they were from last year. Lando Norris is carrying McLaren so much compared to Ricciardo, but for both Ferrari drivers, they've really kind of shared the push towards getting higher up in the constructors compared to where they were last year. They had a shocking year last year, apart from the odd miraculous drive from Charles Leclerc. But it's been a great season for Ferrari so far. 3 podiums. They've had they've nearly won the British Grand Prix with Leclerc, and they've had the 2 podiums with Carlos Sainz, one in Hungary and one in Monaco. And plus, we're not forgetting the 2 pole positions that Leclerc had at Monaco and Baku. So yeah, I think they've came on so strong, and with upgrades to their power unit coming, I think that they will really challenge McLaren hard until the end of the season. So my team of the season so far has been Ferrari. Then we get to disappointment of the season. My initial thought for a disappointment is Daniel Ricciardo. At the start of the year, we give him the benefit of the doubt. He was getting used to the car. But as the season's gone on, it's progressively shown that he isn't able to match Norris on a consistent basis. One week he can be very close in qualifying and then lose a lot in the race. And then it could be the vice versa. He can be on top in the race, but then in qualifying the next week he is nowhere to be seen. So it works in both ways. So Ricciardo, necessarily not a disappointment. I just expected more from him, but I'm still not giving up. I think that he will come strong in the second half of this season. And then we go to the moment of the season. Now, this was a tough one because we've had so many battles at the front. We've had the Silverstone incident, and I think my moment of the season is just, it's stuck with me throughout this whole year, and it kind of set the tone. And I've mentioned it at the start of the video. I think it's that first initial race we had in Bahrain. It was just simply incredible to see straight off the bat the two in the championship, Verstappen and Hamilton, going at each other in race trim, and it was just, it really set the scene for what we have this season. I think it's been a 9 out of 10 season so far. It's been one of the best that I can remember. So yeah, that wins the moment of the season, but I hope that can be topped in the second half. And then my driver of the season so far, it can only be one man. I was saying to my friends at the start of the year that I think that he's going to be so good and people are going to realise that he's just not there because he's young and he might have something that might show later years. I said he'll show it this year. It is Lando Norris, who has been just phenomenal. Consistency, the podiums, just the overall package of Norris. He is truly the leader at McLaren now, and that is why I think that he's really surprised and impressed people this year. He's took on the leader role that maybe people thought last year that Carlos Sainz had over him, and he was just kind of, feeding off Carlos. But he's shown that he is a true leader, and that team listens to what Lando has to say, and everything that he does is so smooth and flawless at times. It seems really seamless, and that is what I like about him. It comes across in his driving style of how smooth he actually is, and the fact he's got 3 podiums this year, and he could have potentially had more if it wasn't for the incident at Hungary. He made a fantastic start, and just little things that went against for strategy. He could have had a podium at the British Grand Prix. He was unlucky to lose out to Bottas there, but he has just been so consistent, and I think that with the regulation change next year, who knows what's going to happen with Lando and McLaren. We could see potentially something really special happening there. So Lando Norris is my driver of the season so far, and I think by the end of the season it will stay the same. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on your moment of the year, your race of the year, your disappointment of the year, and your driver of the year. Let me know in the comments below, and I love reading your comments as always. And make sure to subscribe to Crash F1 for more daily content. So yeah, make sure to like the video, guys, and I will see you next time.